Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. To anybody that likes my videos, please hit the like button. It's a dull morning this morning. I don't see any sun outside. The sun seems to have gone in today for now, and it's a bit cooler, which I'm all for. Alexa, what's the time, please?
The time is 8:12 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Friday the 20th of May.
Alexa, the weather. Alexa, the weather. Alexa, what's the weather like?
Currently, in Rochester it's 13 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Today, you can expect showers, with a high of 17 degrees and a low of 9 degrees.
Alexa, tell me a joke.
Why was Bigfoot such a good footballer? Because he trained really hard. Also, for Bigfoot.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Alexa, thought of the day.
Here is your thought for May 20th. From Nelson Mandela, I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear.
Yeah, it's all about fear, isn't it? Overcoming your fears. Walking outside and overcoming your fears. Right, so I'm a bit tired after yesterday. I did have a takeaway, which was a lovely cheeseburger and curried chips, and my mum gave me some yogurts as well. Sat and watched the telly. I do like the programme Four in a Bed, the hotel series. I do like it. I enjoy it and I watch it. I've done that for several years now, watch Four in a Bed. It's one of my favourite programmes on television, although it repeats. They don't seem to update it. I mean, I don't mind watching the repeats either. It's just a programme I could watch all the time. And I watch GPs behind closed doors. I like that as well, because you learn, you know, you're not the only one in the world with pain problems and things like that. And it's just strange without my dad sat in the corner, and just me and my mum there. I'm still getting over the loss of my father. Even though things were done to me, it's still your parent. And there's unanswered questions gone with my father as well. Another thing I want to say is that don't hold on to past relationships, you know, try and move on, because, you know, I was married for 18 years and I took with it a lot of, you know, memories. But to move on, you've got to try and forget past relationships. Forget that. You don't go back, you go forward. You're never going to get back with that person, so you go forward. Right? And for a long time, I couldn't get over the loss of my marriage. Right? And I kept holding on to things that weren't there, thinking that we was going to get back together. And that was never going to happen, was it? So for several years I was in a tangle, all tied up with my marriage and my ex. And then when I got involved with somebody else, the same thing happened, that I wouldn't let it go, kept thinking we'd get back together, and I kept getting messed about as well. People saying things that we might get back together and it never happened. And that stopped me from finding somebody else, because I couldn't let the past go. Right, I don't know what was wrong in Princess Diana's case, but I do believe she loved Prince Charles to the very end, and she couldn't let him go. I mean, it was obvious that he didn't love her because he left her, you know, for another woman. Well, he always loved Camilla Parker Bowles. He didn't love Diana, he admitted it. He always had a thing for Camilla Parker Bowles. But Diana absolutely loved him, I believed, right until the very end. And I sometimes think that she went with other men to try and make Charles jealous, and it never worked. And in a lot of her photos, she's looking very, very sad and on her own, even when she is with people. So you've got to try and say to yourself, that person is with somebody else now, I'm going to move on with my life, because you just end up watching, because had Diana been alive, she would have been watching Charles and Camilla going all around the world, you know, going to pubs, drinking beer with smiles on their faces, when she probably wasn't feeling too good. She might be feeling lonely, and we don't know what would have happened with Dodi Fayed, because Dodi died in the crash with Diana. But if she had been alive and she'd been seeing her ex-husband in the papers almost every day, especially now it's the Queen's Platinum Jubilee and Charles and Camilla are travelling everywhere, she'd have been very, very upset. Fortunately for me, my exes aren't famous. They aren't someone I see every day either. I live away from them. So it doesn't upset me that way. I don't see them with other women. I don't see them, you know, laughing and joking and having fun. I'm completely by myself, and I haven't had a relationship for 3 years, so I've got nobody to be jealous of. But in the paper yesterday, Charles and Camilla are laughing together. You see, they're laughing their heads off. They're drinking beer, they're in Canada. Now, with the price of petrol going up, the price of everyday items going up, and energy prices, they're lucky to be able to drink beer. I think that, you know, the royals do have a lot of money. They're born with privilege. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying they should be in the papers more, trying to help other people. Some people will never be able to go to a foreign country. They are very privileged in what they drive and what they can be transported in. And I think, you know, they need to be more up to date with the common people, you know, the members of the public, right? Because I want to celebrate the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, but the rise in living costs and energy prices are going to make it very hard for me to actually go anywhere and buy anything and feel like smiling, enjoying myself. It's about time that the royalty come down to earth and not be up high here. They've got loads of money, they can go in pubs, they can drink unlimited amounts of beer, you know, when common people can't. That's my phone going off, that's my mum. Probably to check whether I've got home from the taxi last night, because I was so tired. So last night I got home, I walked Max in the evening, everything was okay, it wasn't too bad, it was fairly normal, busy, but then in summer everybody comes out of their houses and their flats and they walk around and you know, noise is at a higher level than it normally is, and you just get used to that. I watched The Devil's Chimney last night, a crime drama, and I really enjoyed it, The Devil's Chimney, and I sat watching that on my own, as usual, quite happy, quite contented. I hope everybody has a lovely Friday. See you later.